Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blue Moon Hemp PotCast. So episode number 2 with myself, Logan, and Mr. Matt Byrne.
Good to see you guys again.
VP of Sales here at Blue Moon Hemp in South Florida. So on this podcast, which will be a weekly release, we will be talking about some industry updates, including a little bit about legislation. Not too much, we don't want to get sued. Talking about what products we've seen are doing well, talking about, of course, any of our 10,000 stores, retail stores across America, some success stories, what they see have been going well, what most people seem to like, and of course, who the best supplier of THC products are. So, first things first is what most people I think are most excited about is what flowers are we going to have available this week, Matt?
Yeah, so a lot of you guys that are working with us already, you saw some of the exotics come in last week. We had Fruity Pebbles, Emergency, a nice hybrid of Skittles and Kush Mints. 90% of that is gone, but good news is we've got some fresh exotics coming in. On the next shipment, we're going to have Truffle Aloha, which is a sativa-leaning hybrid. Then we've got some more Blue City Diesel coming in. We've had that one before, sold really well. I expect this one to go pretty fast too. And the last exotic coming in is Rainbow Runts, and that's going to be a 50-50 even hybrid.
Right.
As you guys know, the exotic stuff we carry, it's really big bud structure, really strong nose, but the indoor stuff that we carry is really almost as nice. And on that end, we've got some more Jealousy, some more White Truffle, and a new strain, we haven't had this one before, Muffin coming in, so excited about that.
And that's just what we have written down. Of course, you know, we usually have at least 10 strains on hand, especially at the beginning of the week. You guys, if you've bought from us before, see that it goes quick. So, you know, if you're ordering flour, make sure to do it at the beginning of the week to beat everybody else.
If you see any strains you like, you know, get them while they're available because chances are they won't be there the next week.
Right.
You brought something to my attention I forgot to mention. Next week we are going to have fresh snow caps in too.
Right.
So that's some really nice greenhouse hemp flower infused with THC-A isolate. Really hot product right now.
And snow caps, of course, we have available if you want to hold it up.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, just tell us what snow caps are.
So, you know, what you're doing is you're taking some really nice bud and you're infusing it with THC-A isolates. Very similar idea to moon rocks that you'll see, except instead of keef, you're working with THC-A isolate, which you can imagine packs quite a punch.
Right.
These are testing out at about 46% THC-A, so very high, very cool product.
Right. So those, I don't think they're ever going to be the most, you know, appealing or, you know, best smelling. Just to be transparent, like I'm not gonna, when those arrive, you're not gonna be like, you know, if you're a weed enthusiast, like looking at it, like, you know, through a microscope. But for those who really enjoy getting high, and I'm sure you, or if you're a retail store owner, you have a lot of customers who just genuinely enjoy getting high, those get you super high. Of course, all of our products do, but, you know, as a company, we're not a company who's out here focusing on, you know, coming out with the strongest product on the market. That's not who we are. We have some stronger products, but that's honestly not what we're proud of. Our 25 milligram gummies, you've seen us talk about it. Those are our favorite. They're 25 milligrams, they're mild. We even have 10 milligrams, which nobody else has. And that's, I mean, that's just, it really helps people sleep.
Yeah.
It's the 10 milligram gummies and, you know, these 25 to an extent, if you're not really a user, these of course can really take care of you. But the 10 milligrams especially are basically what all the weed advocates say weed is. You know, it's for the focus, it's for the anxiety relief, it's for the muscle, the pain relief. It's not leaving you on the couch like a potato.
If you're walking out of the dispensary, you're leaving with edibles that are 10 milligrams a piece.
Right. And so let's talk about edibles for a little bit. Of course, we have our favorites, the watermelon Delta 8s. I think that this is going to be a new favorite, though. The churro THC-A gummies, we spoke about them a little bit last show. I said we have some products that do pack a punch. This is one of them. Our 10 milligram Delta 9 THC gummies they're relatively similar strength to the watermelon. So, you know, when you when you get 25 milligrams to 10 milligrams of Delta 9, we find maybe the Delta 8's a little bit stronger than that, but it's a pretty even ratio.
Yeah.
But the cool part about this Delta 9 is in states where Delta 8's illegal, of course this is illegal, but this really just, I mean, off the top of my head, I know one state, off the top of my head, I'm not saying, I'm not giving legal advice here, but there's only one state where I know we don't sell these, and that's Idaho. I believe we move them really everywhere else.
So the thing with those is they fall within the CBD regulations.
Right.
They're below the federal legal limit of Delta 9. They don't have any of the semi-synthetic cannabinoids in there that some states are starting to restrict. So they're essentially a CBD product, but we're promoting the content of the Delta 9 in there.
Right. And when we say it's essentially a CBD product, if you're looking for a CBD effect, don't take them. Don't drive.
The way the law looks at it, I should
Yes.
say.
Okay, because if I took these, I would be sleeping for about a week. But I don't really touch any of these stuff. And then of course, Space Nugs, which is one of our newer brands, also a 25 milligram gummy. Like we said, that's kind of our sweet spot. But the cool thing about this, the Tropical Pack, is it's 3 different flavors in one. So you kind of get to try a little bit of everything. And we also said one thing we do on the show is exclusive deal. This 2-pack of watermelon gummies, clearly my favorite. If you type in the search bar on our site, bluemoonhemp.com, if you type this in the search bar, free, type in free, these pop up. You can add one of these, you can add one of the blue raz ones, limit 1 per cart, but go ahead and get these added to your cart because they are free for you to try, because we're sure you'll love them. Other than that,
we've got a couple cool items here. We've started distributing some of the Marley smoking accessories.
Right.
So if you go to our website, you can see we've got some really nice pipes, some really nice dab rigs that are on there as well. And we're going to start carrying some more of that. But check it out. If you see anything you like, reach out to your rep or reach out directly through the website. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you're thinking, and we'll start expanding that line pretty quickly.
Sure. And one last thing I'd like to add is if you see anything here you like, you can of course ask us for it. But if you ever see something that you wish we had, request it. We're pretty good. You'll be able to tell this might be our only episode really where we're not telling you about a new product besides the strains we're bringing in.
Yep.
So if there's flower that's out of stock that you want, you might have to wait a day or two, but just ask us. We'll make sure it gets moving. We have really good partners out on the West Coast that we work with to supply. Just recommend stuff that you want. That's what we're here for, is to supply you with the products that you think will help you. 2 things that we think will help you. A spotlight. This is probably, morality-wise, our best product. We're very happy to offer these to people. My grandfather, who's 70 years old, has trouble sleeping. Has had trouble sleeping for years. He's never been a weed guy. He's taken the sleeping pills, the melatonin every night, and for the price and for how healthy you're actually taking, this isn't. There's no drugs in this product. CBD melatonin gummies can help you sleep.
Yeah. Right?
And my grandfather, who couldn't sleep through the night, 1 gummy, sleeping through the night, falling asleep faster than he really has in the last decade or so. So I'm really happy to share from personal experience that these are a helpful product. We have bigger tubs so you can get them really affordable and just make them part of your nightly routine. So if you or someone doesn't really sleep through the night, doesn't fall asleep quickly, or is just going on a plane and you want to fall asleep quicker, those will help. Another thing that we think will help around your house is if you have a pet laying around, a dog. These dog treats, 10 milligrams of CBD. If it's storming out, fireworks coming up, 4th of July, of course, 2 weeks from now. Whether people come over and they get a little hyper, you're taking them to the office, want them to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, this is, during those holidays, this is definitely a lifesaver for a lot of dog owners. And I mean, it's 10 milligrams, so you can introduce that on the daily routine as well. Pets, they're more receptive to these compounds even than we are. So it's really cool to see how it helps a lot of dogs out, especially with the anxiety.
Right. And, I got into this business exactly 1 year ago, or about my anniversary. And, my family was always an anti-cannabis hemp. We never touched CBD, anything like that. And, we're not that family. And our CBD dog treats are very, very helpful. We had an elderly dog who unfortunately passed away, but in her last year, these were helping her a lot with her arthritis, sleeping through the night. And I'm not kidding. She'd get up every night to go pee twice and have to wake us up. And she slept through the night on these. So
yeah, that's 2 formulas too.
Right. We got chicken and bacon. These are a great product for you in your home. Other than that, pretty basic week. So we'll see you next week.
Look forward to hearing your guys' feedback. Look forward to hearing what products we don't have that you want. Right. But most importantly, tune in next week.
Yep. We'll see you.